Hi. What an amazing story. The disciples, they'd worked all night. And normally, you see, that's when you did the fishing. And normally you didn't try and fish during the day because the fish had all gone away. But it was dawn, so it was light. And Jesus said, "Put your net on the other side." And they did. And they caught all these fish. Do you remember? How many? 153. That's right. 153. That's a lot of fish. And then John recognized who was on the shore and that it was Jesus. And do you remember who jumped into the water? And they were probably 100 meters offshore, quite a long way offshore. But it was Peter. And Peter put his clothes on, jumped into the water and swam to shore. It was probably a bit further out than the video showed. Now, why was Peter so excited? Was it just because John had said it was Jesus? Or did he realise as well? Well, I think he did. Because way back at the beginning of Jesus' ministry, when the disciples were fishermen on the Lake of Galilee, the Sea of Galilee, Jesus needed to borrow Peter's boat to preach from, and he asked him to bring his boat nearer to shore, and he got into it to preach. And then when he'd finished, if you remember, this is a long time ago, Jesus told him to push out a bit further and he'd catch some fish. Put his net out. And Peter had said, "Oh, no, that won't work. That won't work. No. No, we've been fishing all night." And that's when you catch fish. We've been fishing all night and we haven't caught anything. Okay, but I'll do it. I'll do it because you say. And he did it. And he got all these fish. And that's when Jesus said to Peter, "Come and follow me." So leave your fishing, really, and come and follow me. And I'll show you how to help people know about me. And so, when this miracle happened after Jesus had risen from the dead, it was like a repeat. And Peter, again, left his boat. And in a way, Jesus, while he was saying to Peter again, "Come and follow me." And I was thinking how sometimes God does surprising things in our lives. Jesus does surprising things in our lives as we follow him. The show he really is with us, even in our everyday lives. He's with us all the time. And I remember years and years ago, and I don't know if you know, I used to be a teacher, and I just finished working in a school, and then I had a little bit of time when I wasn't, and then I thought, really, Lord, I'd like to be working again. And so it was like a little prayer to God. I said, yeah, if I could just work again, that'd be great. And I thought, I better start looking for adverts and all of this and whatever. And I just thought randomly, God knows every school in the country and every vacancy. I don't need to worry. Now that was a very odd thing to say, because that is not how people apply for work. Okay. That isn't how you do it. However, I said that as soon as I'd said it, within a day or two, the telephone rang. Who's that? And it was a school I'd never heard of. And they said, really, they said, is that, yes. Will you come and work in our school? I thought, how do they know? How do they know me? I don't know them. I've never been there before. How do they know me? And basically, they said, well, will you just come in? Will you just come in and meet us? And then you can decide. And I thought, wow. Anyway, to cut a longer story short, I went straight in and I really liked the school and I worked for them. And it's really good to remember those times when God answers our prayers. And those times he surprises us. Because it reminds us, as we go through every day, that he really is watching over us and caring for us. And I thought you might like to draw a fish, because we're in a very fishy story today, aren't we? See my fish. And then on one side of the fish, you could think and draw or write about a time when God has surprised you or answered prayer. And maybe you could do it with your family and you could have lots of fish. It's just a simple fish. So there's mine. Prayer, phone call, because it was an old-fashioned phone call. Oh, surprise. And going to work in a different school. So I'll say bye for now. Enjoy the rest of the video and your time together.